but when I tell you this book roundhoused my ass. Hi Angel, and welcome to my channel. If you've came from TikTok, you probably know that this is a long time coming, but if you haven't come from TikTok, my name is Shannon, also known as Dev Reads, and I am a book creator that loves to yap about books. So what better place for me than where I can yap about books in long form content? I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. I thought, what better way to start off my YouTube journey than give you my god tier list of dark romance books. I'm talking about the kind of books that enter your brain like a parasite and never leave ever again. I'm probably a little bit traumatized, but hey, I'm happy to be. Let's start with a little disclaimer that if you are not a dark romance reader, I'd be more than happy to do a dark romance beginner's guide, because I will say that the books I'm about to talk about are definitely on the darker end of the dark romance spectrum, and yes, it is a spectrum.
She's really good.
But if you're new to the genre and you still like how these books sound and you really want to try them out, please take care of yourself. Check the trigger warnings. If they're not readily available at the beginning of the book, they will definitely be on the author's website. I would hate to be the reason that you read anything that upsets you, so please enter these books with your mental health at the forefront of your mind. With all that said, if you are a dark romance lover, if you are a dark romance reader, grab your cup of tea, sit down, and let's talk. I'm going to start with a trilogy that absolutely ruined my life in the best way possible.
What did he say?
They were just so perfect, so addictive, and that is the reason that they ended up on this list. Of course, I'm talking about the Edge of Darkness trilogy by the brilliant Leigh Rivers. I actually think we need to take a moment of silence for this one. If you're looking for a series that's going to tick every single box that a dark romance series should, this is the one that you need to read. Leigh has a way of writing the most complex characters and the most emotional stories while still making them dark and gritty and suspenseful and bringing you on this emotional roller coaster with these characters. It's just incredible. I would read her shopping list at this stage. This series follows Jade and Stacey and the journey that they go on, and I can't even talk about it too much because I do get choked up every single time. To briefly summarize, this is dual POV with some flashback chapters and some present day chapters. It all kicks off when our main characters are teenagers. I think they're 15 years old, and they just fall in love with each other. I mean, Stacey is Jade's sister's best friend. They are adorable and they're completely head over heels for each other. But when I tell you, shit just takes the worst turns from then on. It is the hardest, most emotional journey to witness and be a part of. These absolutely need to be read in order, and I don't want to tell you anything else because I really don't want to ruin it for you, but Leigh is continuing to feed us, and not only has she given us the Edge of Darkness trilogy, also now given us Psychotic Obsession, which is kind of a prequel book to this trilogy about Jade's dad. He is a very active character in the trilogy, but this book is about how he ended up the way he does in the Edge of Darkness. Tobias Mitchell is one of my favourite characters of all time. He is so complex and so fucked up, but Psychotic Obsession was another 6-star read for me. And there's also a very beloved character called Base in the Edge of Darkness trilogy, and he is Jade's best friend in the story. He is also getting his own duet or trilogy, I believe, that Leigh is actually currently writing, which I'm so excited about because when you read it, you're going to be so obsessed with Base. He is the funniest and one of my most favourite side characters on the planet. If you ever feel like having your soul crushed or just finding a new favourite series, you need to read it. Sicko by Amo Jones. This book was very much right book, right time for me. I wasn't expecting very much from it, if I'm being honest. I was expecting a short, dark, quick read, probably 3 or 4 stars, but when I tell you this book roundhoused my ass, I was not expecting what this book was. I love going into my dark romance completely blind, and I was completely blind to this one. Sicko is a taboo foster sibling, motorcycle club, dark romance. Royce is so fucked up and morally grey that I just could not help but be obsessed with him, obviously. So our two main characters are completely inseparable growing up. I mean, they are foster siblings, and as they get older, Royce and Royce's best friends really become Jade's protectors. She's literally not allowed to speak to any other boys because they are in there straight away scaring any man away from her. But as Royce and Jade get older, the dynamic between them changes. Let's just say that. Jade wakes up and she's about 15 years old, and poof, Royce is gone, along with every trace of him from her life. He's just disappeared. From that point on in the book, everything goes to shit for Jade. It gets dark, and it gets dark fast. Later on in the book, Royce does come back into the story, but Jade is so fucking mad at him. She is pissed. She doesn't want anything to do with him, and Royce is just pushing every single button he can find to weasel his way back into her life. But I really do feel like the romance in this book comes completely secondary to the overarching plot, because the plot is so suspenseful and dark and gritty and honestly scary that it's all I could think about. I could not put this book down. I stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning to finish it, and I was gripping it in my hands. The only problem I have with this book is that I wished it was 600 pages. It was just perfect. Leave Me Behind by Amo Jones. Now this one I know is not going to be for everybody, but you know who it is for? It's for me. The MMC in this book, Bones, is absolutely cooked. He is cuckoo crazy. He is He is something. But he done something to me physically that unfortunately I cannot explain. So here we are. This one is a dark military romance and is genuinely one of the truest enemies to lovers that I have read in dark romance. Our FMC in this book is absolutely just truly and utterly a badass, and I loved every minute of her. I couldn't decide if I wanted to kiss her or kiss him. She was part of a secret underground army squad that had a mission that went completely wrong, and she ends up being the only lone survivor. She knows that she's being transferred to a new squad, but she decides to have one night to myself. I'm gonna go out for drinks, I'm gonna go to the club, and I'm gonna have fun. And bitch, slay. We love that for her. But when she's there, she meets a tall, brooding, scary man and has a night of passion, shall we say. The day after the one night stand, she's flying to her new special ops squad, and when she gets there, who is her captain? It's Scary Man from the club. Yes, it is. And he is not happy. He's not one bit happy with her. He wants her dead. To put it simply, that's what he wants. The emotions that I had reading this book were genuinely visceral. I cried like a baby, and it was the first dark romance book that really hurt me beyond repair. I was sobbing. You go on such an emotional journey with these characters, and it gets very fucking dark at points, especially between the two main characters. I mean, some of the spice had me questioning myself and what I believe in.
Oh yeah.
But I loved it. If you love a tortured soul MMC, this one is 110% for you. Bradshaw will never leave your brain. Okay, so this year I've gone down a really, really deep rabbit hole of reading Ashley Jade books and fucking loving them, but the Devil's Playground duet, I love her writing style so much. She writes the most morally corrupt characters you will ever read. I mean, all of them are just totally bad people, but you will not be able to look away. You will not be able to put it down for even a second. Duet is really, really dark, and please do not take that lightly. Shit gets wild very fast from page 1. So we have Eden, who has always kind of been obsessed with her stepdad, but now that her mother has passed away and it's just him and her in close proximity all the time, she's really trying to pursue it, and he's trying to kind of put a stop to it, but eventually it does come to a head, I suppose. And
are you not ashamed of yourself?
Some stuff happens between them, but this stuff happens really early on in book 1, so this is not really a spoiler because it is genuinely not what these two books are about. It is so much more than that. So after we have the chapters where it gets heated between Eden and her stepdad, we go straight into flashback chapters, and when I tell you, when you get into these flashback chapters, your jaw will be dislocated from how many times it's dropping to the floor. You will be shook. We have some in there, we have some forbidden romance in there, we have some student teacher, we have crazy plot twists. I mean, this is just the wildest ride of your life that you're not going to want to get off. This one comes with an extra warning just for how much you will be ruined when it's over. This one doesn't even have a happy ending. This one is just going to hurt you.
Oh Lord. Again. A fucking again.
Repeatedly. But it is still a 6-star read and a fantastic story. It has to be on my list. Under Your Scars by Ariel N. Anderson, and the novella for Afterward called Delila. It starts with our FMC Elena, who's just got a job in a law firm. She cannot stand her new boss, but she knows that she has to stay there if she ever wants to make it as a lawyer. So she's walking home from work one night and ends up being cornered by a group of attackers, and she thinks this is it. This is how she goes. And a local masked vigilante that goes by the Silencer puts in bang, 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 saves her life. You don't need to be scared. I'm gonna walk you home and make sure you get there safe. Yeah, why would she need to be scared? You just killed 3 people in front of her. Why would she be scared of you? It's kind of a stalker-esque dark romance where the MMC is very much giving Batman, in my opinion. Also in the background of this stalker being very obsessed with her, she also has kind of a relationship going on with the CEO of the company she works for called Christian. Now Christian is giving her everything. He's got lots of money, he's bringing her to all these nice places, he is obsessed with her, and she's getting to be obsessed with him. But obviously the relationship that's going on in the background with the stalker that keeps showing up in her room is throwing a spanner in the works. That's all I'm going to tell you, because as this story progresses, so much happens, you're not going to be able to believe your eyes. And honestly, it is very, very tough reading. The novella will give you some closure. Will it make you feel better? Absolutely not. But I do think it's essential that you read it. I have heard the audiobook for these are absolutely incredible. If I had known that before I started it, I definitely would have immersively read it, so listened and read at the same time. Highly recommend you do that if you want the full impact and the full emotional damage that these books are going to give you. Let me know if you want a part 2, because I have so many dark romance books that are 6-star god tier reads for me, but I didn't want this video to be 500 hours long. And also please let me know in the comments your god tier dark romance books, because we always need more in our lives. I hope you enjoyed listening to me yap, because I really enjoyed yapping with you. I love being here with you. This feels kind of intimate, doesn't it? Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all those lovely things, and I will be back very soon. Prepare to be sick of me. Okay, love you, bye.